Hi guys, welcome to the video and happy Monday. We're having a cold day here in South Dakota. It's super cold. It's not even November yet and we're down in the 20s. It might be a little warmer than that now, but it's cold. Definitely can tell the difference. And John had to go work in Brookings today, just an hour north, and he said it was so cold there. Just froze. So he's home now, just trying to warm up. It's just freezing. So yeah, I had a busy day so far. Lots of things I should do yet, but this cold makes a person tired. And if that's a preview of what winter's going to be like, I better step it up a little bit because I'm gonna have to figure out how to deal with this because I still have to get stuff done even though it's cold. But your body just feels like hibernating under a blanket and staying there till spring, which can be a long time here. So I went to the school today, to Sioux Falls Christian, and I got to speak to Lydia's classmates. There are four sections of study hall, and so I spoke at each one at the end of each class period. So I think I hit every sixth grader. So that was fun. It was I had the speech all ready to go. For the most part, I just had to tweak it last night. But I wasn't planning on going. I didn't know till last night that I was going to be going. So I don't know that I tweaked it as well as I could have, but I tweaked it as I went along all morning. The first time I talked, I was a little windy. I really could have talked to them for a full hour. First of all, they're really fun to talk to and had some really awesome questions. So if your kiddo is in the sixth grade at Sioux Falls Christian, that's what happened today in their study hall. And I was just really impressed with some of the questions. A couple of the kids let me pick on them and use them to help me kind of show how Lydia acts. There are a lot of things I didn't get said because I just ran out of time. But I think I hit the major points. So hopefully it stuck with them. I told them to write down any questions that they might have, and their teacher would get it to me if they didn't get a chance to ask it in class. So I basically kind of told them, first of all, what a chromosome is, even though I don't really know myself. So in fact, that's how I started out the talk, as I asked them, do you know what a chromosome is? And of course, nobody rose their hand. And I said, oh, good, me either. And I said, I'm not a science person, so I'm not going to try and give you an exact definition, but here's the definition from the dictionary. And we kind of started that way. And then we talked about what happens if you're missing a chromosome. And I said it related it to a car. If your car is missing a piece, it's not going to run very well. So she doesn't get the right information. Her body and her brain don't get the right information, or it gets mixed up because that piece of her is missing. And so we kind of talked about that, and we talked about the way she sometimes acts around her friends or her peers, and it might seem inappropriate or weird at times, and it's okay for them to think that it's weird. It's just not okay to laugh at her or run from her. And I really wanted to stress that because those are some of the things we've dealt with in the past with her peers, and they just don't know. And then we talked a lot about who Lydia is. I said that Lydia loves football, and she could tell you which players in the NFL are currently hurt, which teams won yesterday, who plays this week, and all that good stuff. And I said that's why she gravitates towards the boys. She loves to be with the boys, and that's who she prefers to hang out with. And I said it's not because she has a crush on you guys, even though it may appear that way. But I said developmentally, she's not really a 12-year-old. Developmentally, she's a 7 or 8-year-old, and that's kind of where she's going to stay for the rest of her life. I said a 7 or 8-year-old isn't going to have a crush on a boy. So I said even though it looks like that, even though she's hugging you, that's just the way she knows how to communicate and the way she knows how to act. She doesn't have the language to be able to say, hey, can I hang out with you? Or, hey, want to talk football? But she does know how to hug, and she does know how to chase boys, run after them. So she does what she knows, and then we just have to say to her, "Hey, Lydia, like I don't want a hug, but I'll give you a high five or a fist bump or whatever." And just understanding where she's coming from hopefully will help them, and giving them the language to use to be able to talk to her. And so I shared the story of Mike Dom. Well, I didn't share the story. I told them to ask her the story, but it's just kind of a cool thing in Lydia's life, and yeah, something that maybe they can ask her about, a way to start a conversation with her. So hopefully that will help them. And I talked about all of her different diagnoses, and that she goes to therapies outside of school, and the things that she needs help with, and told them how the muscles in her mouth are uncoordinated. So even when she eats a little thing like a chocolate chip, it gets around her mouth. And I said, as her friends, you could help her, because you wouldn't want to walk around with food on your mouth. Well, she doesn't even know it's there. So you could just help her out and say, "Hey, you've got food on your mouth, wipe it off." And so they're like, "Oh, yeah, I could do that." Met the boy who has the locker right next to her. So she has an end locker, and then there's a kid next to her. And he's incredibly nice. And I've seen him before, but I didn't know him. Um, Talked about the ways he's already helped her and the things that she's asked him to do. And I'm just super impressed with him. So definitely going to be reaching out to his family and letting them know how much I appreciate him, and I thanked him for being there for Lydia. So I feel really good about where she's at this year. She's had many ups and downs. Last week was rough. I have to call the doctor. She's developed a tic, and I'm sure that's because of her medicine. So she keeps going like this. And sometimes it's subtle, and sometimes it's more like this. She doesn't even know she's doing it. So we want to get that stopped, which means we're probably going to have to make a medicine change, which is always a roller coaster, because you wean slowly off one and you slowly introduce another, and it always takes about 3-4 weeks, and it's just kind of a battle. So we'll get that ball rolling. I got home and I was exhausted. And so I just have kind of been resting, and then I have to work tomorrow, so I gotta get busy and get some things done. But we'll get that started as soon as we can, because we don't want her to be miserable if she's doing things like that. I don't know how she's feeling inside, and that might be what's causing some of her aggression. Even though this medicine is supposed to stop aggression, it might be a cause. So we'll see. Taking a break from therapies right now, and she has a choir concert tomorrow night, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I haven't really asked her, so I'm going to ask her tonight. Like, sometimes in the past she has skipped those because it's a lot for her. It's really overwhelming. So we're just going to feel her out. If she's not in a good place, I'm not going there with her. I mean, I'm just not. It's just not worth it. But if she feels like she can get through it, or if she's having a really good day, and there's some support there for her, then definitely we'll go. But sometimes it's just too difficult and not worth the hassle. So we'll just see how that goes. To get the outfit ready. So hopefully I don't have to go shopping, but although I might. I just kind of behind the 8 ball there. Let's see, what else is going on? We were at Brookings over the weekend. SDSU played NDSU, our big rivals. Lost, but ESPN was there, and so that was kind of fun. Lydia and I did not go to the game. John and Hannah did, and Noah was at game day with ESPN. He got to go walk around campus and be with some buddies there, so that was fun. But we had a good time at my parents'. We had a bunch of people over for lunch before the game, and again after the game for a little while. So it was just fun. Just a fun weekend. We spent Friday night at my parents', came home Saturday night. Chloe had the ACT Saturday morning and worked all day, and then yesterday she did not feel well, so she stayed home, and we just kind of rested. Hannah ended her work season at the Milky Way. They closed last night, so she worked one last time till March, and so we got to go there for ice cream and watch the Packers last night. So it was a good weekend. We didn't have our family night, so we're going to do that another night this week. I want to carve pumpkins, but I'm not sure when that's going to happen. It's going to be busy. There's a volleyball game tonight, and Sadie is here for the party. You say hi? Oh, a big yawn. She is needy. She's such a baby. Are you a baby, Sadie? Yeah, she's our baby, our household baby. So anyway, that's kind of what's happening here. But I just wanted to let you know that I did get to go talk to Lydia's class, and I was excited about that. So hopefully it's something I can do every year. And sorry, Sadie's trying to get on top of the computer. Yeah, I enjoy talking to kids. I enjoy talking, as you all well know, but I enjoy sharing her story and just bringing awareness. And speaking of talking, I'm going to speak at a meeting at Lifescape in December, so I'll let you know more about that when it gets a little closer. But our next big exciting thing is our trip to Florida, where we go every Thanksgiving with my family, and we visit John's family as well. So we're super excited for that, some relaxation in the sun. And yeah, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. We gotta start thinking about packing here pretty soon. Make sure everybody has everything they need. So that's kind of what's shaking here. Just gonna try and stay warm. I don't know, make something really warm for supper. So, all right, thank you guys for watching. If you have YouTube, I encourage you to, if you're watching this on YouTube, I encourage you to hit subscribe so you always see these videos, and then you can hit the notification button, the little bell, and it'll give you a notification of when I upload a video. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for following Lydia's journey. And if your kiddo is a 6th grader at Sioux Falls Christian, please tell them thank you for being there for Lydia and for helping her along her journey. And please remind them that if they have any questions, they can have you post them below the video, or send me a message, or write it down and give it to their teacher, and they'll get it to me, and I'd be happy to answer it any way that I can. And yeah, and it's okay to ask any questions. So yeah, I just am grateful for all of the kids and all that they do for Lydia. So thank you so much. Have a great day.